Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Vital to the future of all. Vital to my future, to your future, to all our futures. You have no idea the secrets, the mysteries of reality that will be revealed within. You have actually, maybe they will be. You never know. You never know. You're like, actually, I've had a few profound thoughts of late. I really have. So walk you through my thought pattern. Well, I because of that, here's the useful thing about it. I have a completely different take on the ending of the movie The Mission. Have you ever seen The Mission? Freaking awesome movie. Okay, it's genre. It should be genre, but it isn't. It's historical. It's Robert De Niro. He plays a slaver in, like, I don't know, 15th century Brazil or somewhere. I am bloody know. That's based on Peru. I have no idea, right? And Jeremy Irons is a Jesuit priest. So there's this tension between them at first. Was Jeremy Irons wants to, like, convert them to the natives to Christianity, and therefore put them out the reach of the slavers, right? And the slavers don't like that. Yeah, that's my job, mate. They're not. So you have that tension set up, but it's all this is told in flashback with what's his name? Oh, he's in freaking everything. It was in House of the Dragon. It was the first to go down in the small council. Oh, what's his name? It was in Doctor Who. Played the Scottish guy who was a robot in Victory for the Daleks. One second. I'm just going to look at the mission. Mission cast. There you go. Well, doesn't that make it easier, right? Ray McNally. Right, Ray McNally. So I thought it was somebody different. Yeah, so it's Ray McNally, like, telling all this in flashback. So then Robert De Niro's character, right? Robert De Niro's character, he gets into a duel with his brother. His brother is sleeping with his fiance girlfriend. Something along those lines. And they get in the duel, and in a fit of anger, he kills him, right? So then he's like, laden with remorse, right? So eventually he's like, withering away, dying. Basically, he doesn't want to live. He doesn't do anything. He just he's basically in a cell dying. 6 months later, or sometime later, and Jeremy Irons comes to see him, right, as a Jesuit priest, and he says, look, there's no penance for me. I killed my brother, right? I killed my brother. And Jeremy Irons is like, but dare you try it, right? Dare you try it? It's really good, right? And so he tries to do his penance. He becomes a priest, right? And because it's not just for the killing of the brother, it's for the the life of enslaving people, right? So then there's this awesome bit, right? There's this. The whole thing starts off, by the way. I've got to tell you what the bit you probably know is whenever a priest goes up over the river to try and over the waterfalls to try and convert the natives. They normally kill them, right? So this one went so it starts off with this priest tied to a giant cross going down this waterfall, right? Then to kill him essentially. But very cinematic. It looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So anyway, Jeremy Irons, in the meantime, has gone up over these falls to try and bring the word of Jesus to these natives. Right, and the way he does it is because he has a flute, and he finds out they like music, right? So he's playing the flute, and the music is beautiful. Oh my god! Okay, it's a great soundtrack to get, right? Or if it's on Spotify or whatever you're on, the mission set it is beautiful beyond beautiful, right? And he said, "If I had a full orchestra, I could convert to the whole continent, right? It's incredible." So he's building a mission above the falls. So there's this like political machinations going on between I don't know where, Spain and Portugal, whoever. Doesn't matter. I mean, I guess it does, but it doesn't. But anyway, so they're basically they decide to build this mission above the falls, right? And as his penance, Robert De Niro has this massive sack of armor that he's climbing. He's got attached to it as he climbs up to make it harder for himself, right? And it's like that's the middle of the movie, is climbing up the falls slowly, right? And yeah, he's with Liam Nielsen's in it, right? Young Liam Nielsen's in it. So at one point they hack it off him, and he's like, you say, you've done enough, you don't have to do it anymore. And he like glares at them, and he goes back, climbs back down to get it. Right? It's wild. Eventually they make it to the top, right? They make it to the top, and just beautiful scene, right? This is just, I cried in this scene, right? And it's a crying scene, especially if you're a big softie like me. But so he gets to the top of the falls, right? And he's got this big heavy thing, he's been carrying, and he's like gets to the top, he's heaving, and these little native kid comes up, and they see him, and they see he's got this thing tied to him, so they just like undo it and they throw it away. And the same way, like they're throwing away his burden, his guilt, right? He feels like he's been redeemed. So it's incredible, fantastic music as well. Anyway, so they build this mission, and now he's a Jesuit priest. But now the mission is a political hot potato, because it's about some land dispute between So they say you can leave. There's not going to be any slaving, right? So while this is going on, he as a Jesuit priest stands up and says, "No, that's a lie. I'm a slaver," right? And so he's got to apologize for that, because he's like, you can't insult someone but hide behind the cloth, right? So he orders him to but basically, a push comes to shove, right? And they send the army in, right? They hand the mission over. They tell the priest to leave, then the priest decides to stay, right? And Robert De Niro, and this is the central point of the movie. We're getting to it right now. Robert De Niro wants to lead a violent defense, right, against the incoming army, and he knows how to do it. He's like a mercenary. He's trained the natives. So that's just awesome. By the way, that whole bit is fantastic. So, and I've never understood this till now, right? I've never understood this till now. Jeremy Irons goes and I don't know. Father Miller will know what he's doing. He's like got his old stuff on and maths. I know what he's doing, right? It looks, religiously. I mean, he's carrying a giant cross, wearing robes. I guess that's religious, right? But he looked at right, and he's doing it, and he's killed doing it, but he won't stop doing it, right? He's killed doing it, and I was thought, well, that's a schmuck. Like, what? Why? I mean, like, what? I mean, like, we have this idea in Judaism, right, which is called a rodah. If you know someone's going to come and kill you at 6 a.m, you get up at 5 and you kill him, right? It's a Jewish thing. That explains the Israeli army quite a lot, actually. I dodged a bullet there, say. not literally. I'll tell you about that in a second. But I thought, there's ways he could have just avoided the situation. He didn't have to die, right? So then I've been thinking about faith, right? The nature of faith, quite deeply, really, over the last few days. The midterm elections, while they were successful, was a massive kick in the balls, right? Was a massive kick in the balls to particularly religious people, right? Making me think it probably was a deliberate kick in the balls. It wasn't just like, what happened was really what the normative prediction said. I mean, I still think things are going to go well in Arizona, and I would like to see Blake Masters win. I would really like to see him come back from the dead, but don't look likely, right? Don't look likely. I don't know. I wish him the best. I do hope that he closes that gap. Anyway, but they're being such cunts, right? They're dragging out this vote. Right. I mean, firstly, it wasn't the red tsunami that we were told it was going to be. I was like, see, I'm not looking at it in terms of politics. I'm looking in terms of godly stuff, right? And I just thought that was a indication of a withering of the powers of evil, right? Essentially, the analogy is of the turmoil at the end of days and the coming of the Messianic age is that the Satan is dying, right? And these are what's going on now is his dying breath, right? This is his last shot, right? And we're just and so like when he doesn't have power to protect, this, I think, completely evil worldview, right? I think, look, I mean, I am not just in favor of, lean strongly towards normative left-wing policies, right? I think we should look after each other. It's like, that's good, right? I think, I like having the national health when I was a kid. I thought that was a good thing. I'm sorry it's being fucked over now, right? I mean, just like, it seems to me, the more people get involved in stuff, the less well they work, right? It's just like, okay, what do you do in 1940? Because it seemed to work fine then. Let's just do that, okay? Let's just do that, right? But that would be my solution anyway. But I'm on board. It's like, I think people should have the right to be entrepreneurs, make a living, take a gamble, right? Earn money off the sweat of their own back. I think people should be able to be rewarded for their labors, right? And I think capitalism offers that. The generational wealth is a problem. I think that makes us shitty people, generally speaking. But hey, look, I'm all in favor of it now. But like leftism now it's like this evil everything. It just this evil cult of like insanity. This like baby killing, child sterilizing, anti-marriage, anti-family, anti-gender, anti-any, like, just like there is nothing good about them, right? There's nothing good about them. I mean, never. They're always smug in victory and vicious in defeat, right? It's like this. They are the awful kids in schools that got participation trophies when they should have got sent home for being cunts. They say, Mr. and Mrs. Jeremy, please come in. Yeah, we want to talk about, are you Jeremy's mummy and daddy? Yeah, we want to talk about Jeremy. What seems to be the problem? Well, we've done some tests. I'm afraid to tell you, your son is a cunt. Yeah, really? Yeah, he is a cunt. Are you a pussy? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I could tell. I could tell. How? Because your son's a cunt, right? So that's basically how it works, right? Man, how do I get over here? Last I remember, I was talking about the mission. Anyway, let's get back to the mission, right? So Jeremy Irons dies during this thing, right? I was talking about the midterms, right? So it's a kick in the balls. It was a kick, particularly for religious people, because again, I thought this was like a major crumbling of Satan. I thought Satan was dying. I was like, whoa, this is a big deal. And nothing. And it's like another one, right? I mean, really, right over the Jewish New Year, we had Nord Stream 2, right? Go down, where Biden blew it up, right? Essentially, from what I can see, it seems to me, a likely case scenario, Biden, I think, used the Polish, blew it up. Essentially, bitch slapping Biden, right? And Biden just says, I'm going to take it. Yeah, I'll take it. It's weird. You wouldn't have thought that. And oh man, it is not going well, is it, in Ukraine for him, is it? Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I thought there was gonna be nuclear war. No. I keep getting revved up for shit. And I was like, oh God, let me take it easy, man. Really? Oh, so yeah. So I was like, God, why are you tickling our balls? At this point, it could be said you're being a dick. What? I mean, like, it's one thing that the results be the results they are, but what? Wait. Why tease me? That's going to be awesome. What? I was minding my own business. as we say in Judaism, lahavdil. So I was thinking about the nature of faith because of that, right? Like, what is it? What is a test of faith? What, like, and essentially it's like this, I believe. It's the world we live in isn't real. I mean, it's real, but it's not totally real. It's not as real as you think it is. Kind of like the Matrix is a very good analogy for it. As I tell you, I'm in the mood to watch Matrix Resurrections or whatever it was. I thought that was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I did. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I think the world is a construct, right? I mean, it's real, but it's only slightly more real than fiction. Okay, that's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, it's marginally more real than fiction. Sometimes. So the purpose of this construct is to see truth, right? The truth is God, right? God is basically the force. It's a state in which we exist, right? And that again, that's the function of us being in this reality, right? To see beyond it, right? So the more, what do we say evil is? Okay, evil is the absence of light. All right, that's the Kabbalistic analogy. So what's that mean, right? Let's say you got a room with a light bulb in it, or let me say, look like a little pretty, like a nice like nightstand lamp, right? So and then you have like a curtain, like a gauze curtain, right? So you can still see it, but it's like, and then you put another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. That's what evil is, right? Evil is blocking out the light of reality, the light of the state that is God, for want of a better word, right? So, and it's very hard to see that state, right? Because the world's kind of shitty. And that's the function of the world being kind of shitty. That's what faith is, right? Well, in Judaism we call it emunah, belief, right? That's what that is. It's a belief that that is there beyond all reality, right? So I think a lot of people were like, especially if you're religious, felt kicked. People I speak to felt kicked in the balls, right? Even though it's going quite well, right? I mean, they're teasing out the results slowly. It feels like we've been a victim of a psyop to a certain extent, doesn't it? It feels like I was manipulated into feeling this way, right? Right, but I mean, like, I don't think Dr. Oz had a chance of winning in whatever it was. I mean, I don't like Dr. Oz anyway. I'm not up for gender-affirming care that includes non-elective. That includes elective surgery, particularly surgery that could prohibit reproduction. Right, the ability to have and nurture children, which would also mean, having a double mastectomy would do that. It blows my mind, right? I'm not on board for that. Dr. Oz is, right? So I think Dr. Oz is a disingenuous piece of shit. Never met him. That's just the vibe I get, right? The vibe I get is disingenuous piece of shit, right? Maybe he's a very nice guy. Maybe he's putting out a disingenuous piece of shit vibe, right? I thought he was better than Cousin It, whatever it was. Like the Shrek guy with the brain that didn't work. Really? I mean, like, that guy won. Good night. He started the debate and it said, "Good night, everybody." I mean, like, that really happened. Like, and he still won. Okay, not saying I like Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz, again, seems a bit of a cunt to me. I don't know, never met him. Could be. That's the kind of whiff. If I was in a room with Dr. Oz, I'll go, smells like a bit of a cunt to me, and not in a good way. But still Fetterman. I mean, his brain literally doesn't work. That implies that there's something wrong with the electoral system, right? That implies there might be and I don't know. I think all these ballot harvesting might not be kosher. I think all that sort of stuff. I think I think you should do same-day voting, single-day voting with pieces of paper. Right? That's what I think you should do. Okay, and you count in your little precinct. I think pieces of paper, right? The electronic, it's not working out, right? What do you want me to tell you? It's not working out. Okay, go back to the little bits of paper. That was fine. We found out that night. But they're teasing out the result because this definitely does feel like a psyop because they're gonna. It was Carrie Lake's gonna win, but they want to make it deflated. This is actually designed to take out Trump more than anything else, right? I think the inflation of excitement is designed to be a Trump killer, which they're totally trying to get it to do. I mean, will it work? Could do. I don't know. I think he's announcing in 5 days, right? It really is up to DeSantis, isn't it? I mean, nobody else stands a chance. DeSantis doesn't seem like he wants to. I mean, I like DeSantis a lot. I think if you want to win, you run DeSantis, no question. Yeah, but yeah, what can you do? Anyway, I digress. So I finally understood, right, what the because I thought deeply about what faith is, what Amuna is, right? So I finally understood what Jeremy Irons was doing at the end of the mission, right, when he was doing his religious service and was killed doing it, right? He was denying the reality, this physical reality, and just seeing the reality of that state which is God, right? That's what it is, and that's what faith is, and yeah, no, actually, I think that it took me a long time to get it, but I'm glad I did. And it all came by way of the selection. So my answer to the question of what is God doing? Like what why was he tickling our balls? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, again, I'm talking metaphorically, obviously. Although if God is tickling your balls, you might be in the Messiah. Okay, just want to let you know that's a sign of Messiahdom. If you look down and you see God is tickling your balls, particularly if you're a lady, right? You may be the Messiah, right? If you want to just announce yourself, that'd be great. Press conference is going to be weird though. So how do you know you're the Messiah? Because God, yes, God told you. How did he tell you? In a way. What? No, go on, tell us. How did God tell you? Well, it's kind of like more of a tickle, really. What? You're saying God tickled you? A little bit. Where was that? I don't want to say. It doesn't matter. It was a hairy bit. I don't want to say any more. Okay? It was my balls. Okay? It was my balls. And thus I became the anointed Prince of Peace. I think what I think what's going on is the result for people who are God-fearing people who believe in God, right? After a like WTF moment, which is what? Which I think I'm trying to express there. It actually it brings you closer to God, right? It makes you want to do your religious service in a better way, right? Because I really wasn't doing it since the Jewish New Year. I wasn't doing it with simcha, with joy, right? And I was able to, because of that, because I analyzed what faith was, be able to see through it, right? And so what I think now is there's more prayer going on. There's more closeness to God going on, right? Because in the religious world, regardless of what religion you are. And I think that I am hoping, right, that's going to have the same effect. Like, you remember Vengeance on Varos? You had was it Philip Martin? He was the writer. Was he also the star? Wasn't he the blonde dude? That's how I think we got to look this up. Because they're different Philip Morrises, I know that. Vengeance on Varos. On Varos. They have rings on their fingers. That's the guy from Rings on Your Fingers, right? Vengeance on Varos. Okay, I spelled it wrong, but yeah, they found it. Okay, starring Martin Jarvis. Not even slightly like Philip Martin, is it? Martin Jarvis, right? Martin Jarvis. He's on the big green blue machine. Perry's in turquoise berry. Second best Perry, by the way. I say second best because of the while he's being like tissue destroyed. Right? Jerry's behind going, oh no! in a very jiggly way. No, don't do that. Really? I didn't even notice Martin Jarvis going. I was too busy going. That might not have happened. That just might have been in my own like personal dude vision that like just got imbued in. Anyway, Martin Jarvis like, the next governor, whatever. Well, anyway, Martin Jarvis going down. That's what I think is happening. I think the combined power of more closeness to God, more prayer will eventually kill the old Mr. Beelzebub. That's my hope, right? That is my fervent hope. Fine, let me get some eye candy going. Okay, share screen. But my God, my wife's been gone a long time now. Like now it's not fun anymore. It's like, and it's not even like, it's like I miss her. I'm like, it's not like we see each other that much. We're on this weird loop where we see each other, but like we intersect during the week anyway. Not that much, right? But I mean, we see each other every day, obviously. But like in the evenings when we're both tired, or I'm doing a stream, right? Well, after I do a stream, I come up and I'm like, food, must have food, right? That's basically me after a stream. If I was smart, I would bring food here now, but no, I'm not. So yeah, she's been gone a long time, man. It's like I'm heading towards 2 weeks now. Well, a week and a half. Sunday will be 2 weeks, and then I got another week after that. Oh, don't like it. Not a fan. So it turns out that even Russell Davis thought this looked too gay. That is the entirety of the story, right? That is the story, and he's right. It does look too gay, right? You don't want him in that. Yes. Okay, but we're going to read that more in depth. Eggy Thump, the new Doctor Who is on the wrong side of history. Yeah, look, Jodie's back already. Reading a Doctor Who magazine that I want to read. It's so bizarre. Even Benjamin Cook in it isn't too annoying. Hey, he's always too annoying. It was just got a note. All right. Where are we up to next? So he's been dogpiled. Rusty has been dogpiled by the crazy Jodie fan. So more of that, please, right? I want to hear much more outrage, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Yes, they should. Those people should be really angry, and it's going to work out well the more you let your feelings known. Okay, Jodie fan base, let your feelings be known. It's not annoying. Russell will like it. Yeah, Russell will really enjoy it. It'll be funny. Yeah, you'll do it. Yeah, well, that'll work out. So yeah, you do that. And then we go, yes, obviously, Wakanda forever! Wakanda is the same thing as the Wonder Woman. They both do the same thing. Wakanda! Wonder Woman! I know, I'll do the Wonder Woman one because she's Jewish and Israeli. Black Panther sequel flops, apparently. So, who could have seen that coming when they were saying white people should not go and see it opening weekend? We're like, okay, I'm off the hook. I'm totally off the hook. Did Disney back down about the vaccine for whoever this is, or did she back down and take the vaccine? I can't remember. And of course, Doctor Who magazine regenerates and review. I'm going to look at that. Plus, all the geek news. I want to look at the Indy the Indiana Jones screening fiasco. Right? I really want to look at that. By the way, I'm really much more sensitive to language. Have you noticed on the mainstream left-wing media, right? They call the blue check mark thing on Twitter the what's it called again? When you verification they call it a fiasco. I'm like, no, it's actually working out quite well, I think. I just wish they had it over here. They had it in Israel. I would have put out a review today of Devil's Hour, and another thing, and I could do 10-minute reviews easy. Right here. Let me show what we got coming up. So I listened to this. The worst thing about this is the cover. Oh God, it's awful. Right? It's genuinely awful. Right? It's like what? Like you could have done so much better. right? You could have made it a fan thing to have your artwork on it. The story, however, is quite good, right? The story is by Will Hagcroft. I enjoyed it. It started life as a Virgin Seventh Doctor story, and it's interesting that it really feels like it would have. I could feel the DNA of it really works for that era, but equally it works as a Second Doctor and Zoe and Jamie story. So I think that what that is a testament of the very strong Doctor Who roots. The DNA of it is that they have of it is. It's a good story. I mean, Fraser Hines is a delight. It's look. You really have to have a Audible subscription to make it financially viable. Otherwise, it's like $15 for a download or $10 for the CD for some reason, right? But yeah, listen, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It was a pleasant listen. I'm enjoying actually a lot right now the new Bernie Summerfield box set, which took me a long time to get to. That's really good. First story in that was excellent, right? Doctor Who Magazine. Yes, we are. Doctor Who Magazine is back. Normal service has been resumed, right? We're going to be. That's a thing we're doing tonight. Looking at Doctor Who Magazine. I am very excited. I basically want to read all of it. I can't remember the last time that happened, right? That's crazy. I just recorded. I finished watching The Devil's Hour. Oh, fuck me. It's my review. It's not worth the time. Capaldi's fantastic, right? Capaldi's fantastic. I kind of like the central conceit, but it didn't really work. It was a cute idea, but didn't really work for it. It had like I had questions about it, right? But I don't feel it really worked. Thought again, but they set I think they set the entirety of the mystery up in the first episode, and they didn't give you any clue of what could be the answer, and they didn't build up the mystery. They didn't deepen it either. It just got like more weird stuff happen. But it's the same sort of weird stuff, right? There was no progression to the mystery. It was overlong. You have like this serial killer crime story woven into it, and then you also have the mother's main story woven into it, and then a little bit Peter Capaldi sprinkled through each episode until like you find out what's going on. And yeah, it does explain it. It's just like this guy. If what he's saying is true, this guy must be hundreds or thousands of years old, right? And that's all I will say without spoiling it, because he would have had to, whatever. He would have been have to have lived all those years over and over. I try not to spoil it, but the review is a spoiler, right? The spoilers at the end. So if you don't want to hit the spoilers, you only get about the first 5 minutes of it. But listen, if I had YouTube Blue, that will be on YouTube Blue, baby. Yeah, I took 100%. I love the idea of being able to do 10-minute videos. That'd be really fun, right? Let's get it in Israel. Elon, baby. We love Elon. Man, I love the way he dealt with Kathy Griffin. I mean, that was awesome beyond awesome. Tomorrow's video is from Doctor Who Magazine. Welcome back, Doctor Who. That's how I feel, right? I feel it feels like welcome home, Doctor Who, right? Welcome back, Doctor Who. It's great again. Oh, and I know there's a lot of naysayers out there, like, oh, it's gonna be woke, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. Maybe it is, but like, oh, guys, maybe it'll be good, right? It looks to me like it'll be good. It looks to me like I understand. If you've been burnt, I get it. If you've been burnt and you can't like hope again, I get it, right? I can, right? And I still think there's good reason to be hopeful, right? Everything looks good. Everything sounds, especially the costume gate story, right? That really sounds very, very good. So that's tomorrow. Now, I don't know if Let me know in the chat. Do you want me to stream Saturday night or Sunday night? I could go either way, right? Yeah, you know me. I could go either way, baby. That's not true. Whatever. Whenever I'm not streaming, we get this. And thank you for the new picture of David Tennant. That makes nice. Is Doctor huge? Huge. New budget. Good thing. I look ahead to what's coming in 2023. So this going, Russell, shouldn't we be making Doctor Who? You do what you want, mate. I'm spending next week in a brothel. See, I think he would laugh at that. I hope he. I'd love him to see my thumbnails. Right. I think he would laugh at it. Look at it. What's coming in 2023? Look, I mean it nicely. I tell you. Well, what else we got here? And then this one I put out today. It's like apparently that Sean Connery, was it the Kincaid role was supposed to be a retired James Bond, and they were going to say James Bond was a code name. Oh, thank God they didn't do that, right? Oh, thank God they did not do that. Man, I dodged a bullet today. I will tell you about that as I go through the chat, because I am behind as always. But I have a wonderful behind. I tell you, if I was a stripper, my name would be Cinnamon Buns. Okay, you work it out, baby. Lonnie is here on comics. I didn't go see Wakanda, so I must be a racist. Yes, only racists don't see this game. Wakanda. I don't go see Wakanda for never. Wakanda. We do not like white people. Really? We do not say that. Yes, you did. Wakanda. Who would you like to see as a Doctor Who guest star? Everybody. Jordan Lee asked. Everybody. My favorite actors. I like what's his name? Joe Gilgan. I think he's awesome. I like Robert Hardy. Is it Robert Hardy? Well, no, Tom Hardy. Robert Hardy is, I like Robert Hardy too. But I think I'm Tom Hardy. Who else do I like? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess we'll find out. I guess what's his name? Obi-Wan Kenobi. What's his name? Ewan McGregor. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise be cool. Yeah, see if that could happen. Every single Wakanda review has the word emotional. Changed my mind. Such me as people are just afraid to actually criticize it. No, they're saying it's bad. They're saying it's like the Guardian savages it, apparently. Very icky thump to you. A very icky thump to you too, sir. Matt the Silent. Paul Towson is here. Colin Archer is here. Archer Colin. I don't know which way to go to you. Depends the amount of melody ever skin. Oh, I'm not touching that, baby. The Solder Engine is here, as is Darren M. How you doing, Darren M? Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. What else we got? Ola Gann. I tell you, I like a bit of a Blake Sevens reference. Rick McNally. Don't you mean Ray McNally? Yes. Well, that's what I was trying to say. But at least I got quick to come say hello. Ola Gann, man, I like Blake Seven. I have to tell you, I'm still amazed they've never revived it in some way or another. Like, I mean, don't do it now because I'm gender swap everybody, make everybody trans. Oh, Monka Benizio's here. Vita Nostra Salusa. I have no idea what any of this means. That must be the whatever the service is. The Shadow knows. Who knows the evil in the hearts of all men? The Shadow knows. You know, I reread the Howard Shaken. Firstly, I read the sequel Howard Shaken one, set in Russia, and was surprised how much I didn't like it. And then I reread his original one. I went, oh, that's not very good either. I'm sorry to say. But didn't Wakanda Forever come out already? It's called The Woman King. Yeah, it's going to do as well as that. No, same thing. DC is here. How are you doing, DC? Thank you for joining us. And where we are? No, I'm not doing so bad. I'm about half hour behind. Fine. Okay, I'm whizzing through the chat. Whizzing through it, she cried. To be honest, the results are surprisingly rare given the way so much of MSN is in Dem's pocket. Well, yeah, listen, it's the whole lot, ballot harvesting and all the the drop boxes. That's for cheating. I'm sorry, that's that. So you can cheat. Look, essentially, you need to have a landslide to win if you're a Republican, which I think Carrie Lake is going to get. Go, Carrie. I hope she wins. I really hope she wins. Walker's going to run off in a level playing field. He will win. Oh, that's good news. See, I don't think there's... Look, they elected Fetterman. They elected the dead man. It doesn't matter. They'll do whatever they're told. Right? And then say you're a mindless conforming and you're brainwashed by Trump. It's the weirdest things. Matthew Pounder says Random Crime Matters. No, it didn't. No, that's the point. No, it didn't. Fetterman still got elected, right? All the people in New York still got elected, right? Yeah. No, it didn't matter. That's the crazy thing. Oh, 1 second. Getting a new massage. Let's see what this new massage says. Oh, my wife's found some good food. She's got some great shirts she found. Yeah, you got to get those for my son. Here, I will share those with you in a second. Hey, fine. Let me get back to that. Where is it? Random Crime Man? No, it doesn't. Looks like the new attorney general in Arizona will be a Republican. That's good news. Again, the woman in charge is also the woman. Katie Hobbs is also the in charge of the elections. If Republicans get majority in Congress, Biden will resign for health reasons or some other excuse. He will step. I don't think he understands where he is or what's going on. He'll step down because the Republicans will begin impeachment proceedings. You would think so, wouldn't you? But again, it's it didn't make that much of a dent, right? Again, once you have the ballot harvesting, I don't know. Look, if you want to convince me that they would win in the same way, it's a legitimate win. Firstly, you would have to have election officials above reproach who are very, very good at their job, which you do not have in Arizona, right? It looks terrible. I didn't tell you. And secondly, you need to be able to do the job. There's been too many fishy things happen, right? And it's incredible. The people who are on the Democrat side of the world, they just say nothing happened. You're just making it up. There's no evidence. All the courts threw everything out. I think, but then when you say, but not on the evidence, only on the standing, right? They didn't want to rule on it. Probably because there's an Antifa mod surrounding their houses that would burn it down. Nobody wanted to bloody touch it, right? But maybe it was all on the up and up. Let's wait and see. I mean, I'm not letting you say. Maybe it's all on the up and up. I don't know. We'll never know because we kept being told there's nothing to see here when there was. So I didn't tell you. Darren says Dr. Oz bends that Hispanic oath a long way. Yeah, I don't like Dr. Oz. He's better than Fetterman, for God's sake. It's like that's not even close. Tardestein is here. How you doing, Tardestein? Thank you for joining us. Again, it's like compared to Dr. Oz. But it's funny. Trump always does just really. He forgot this when he's in power. He always does this really weirdly self-destructive stuff. If you don't remember when he was president, he would always do this hire. Do you remember the second press guy he had for 3 days? And oh man, there were so many people. Yeah, so he's still doing that now, even though I still think he's probably going to end up being president again. Brent Spider's also off Twitter because of other pussies. What are we up to? Conor says, I've started listening to Beyond the War Games then. Freaking excellent. I would re-listen to that. That is freaking excellent. A show carried by Capaldi, and where have we heard that before? That's true, says DC. It is. His bit. Okay, here's how you watch the Devil's Hour. You have to watch the first and second episode, then skip to the end, right? And I've saved you your life. Okay, I've saved you 3. If it was a 3-hour series, it would have been fine. He basically plays it like the 12th Doctor as well. Is it Saturday nights? Tiswas. Okay, fine. We'll do it on Saturday then. I know we got the bullseye opening for Sunday though. It's the bullseye. Cam Crash Course is here. How you doing, Cam Crash Courses? It's been rumored for a couple of years that Chips is rebooting Blake 7. No, he's not. No, his name's Mud in the industry. He needs to do just a normal thriller or something, right? His name is Mud Beyond Mud. All right, I feel bad for him, but his name is Mud. I mean, like, he's not doing well. It's just a remembrance icon. Camgram's Crash doesn't pop out like I have no idea what that means. Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere near Blake 7. Right? I just don't think it's in his wheelhouse. You know, I don't think. Firstly, he knows how much he failed, and secondly, you know, it's I don't think. Yeah, his name's Mud in the industry, from what I understand. Like, Doctor Who did very badly. He's going to need somebody to be nice to him, to give him a job. Essentially, where he is right now, right? And I think Piers Wenger bloody should give him a job. I mean, really. Mud Hats Forever, says Matthew Pounder. That was like 3 minutes ago. I wonder what that's from. Anyone else remember when Rena Curtis and said Star Trek isn't for Republicans? That's what we call bigotry. Yes, but she has lovely boobs, right? And she wore spandex for a few years, so it all comes out in the wash, baby, right? That's just the way it evens out. She has lovely boobs and wore spandex, low cut spandex, right? For a long time and looked very good in it. So, you know, she may say hateful, insane, stupid things, but she is in the spank bank, so we have to protect her. That's just the way it is, baby. Fine. Let's talk about Costume Gate, because it's freaking hilarious, right? It is freaking hilarious. There you go, share screen. Well, I'm doing Costume Gate. I'm reading this I'm not doing this from Doctor Who magazine. I'm doing this from the Independent, because it's always get a weirdly a lefty, grungy, normie point of view. Right, that's what I always find that somewhat interesting. and then I got all the Twitter responses all lined up. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. Doctor Who. Russell T. Davis explains why David Tennant didn't regenerate wearing Jodie Whittaker's clothes. Well, not really. Nothing would have changed my mind, he said. Yes, because he understands what human beings are. Right? He understands what's real and what isn't. This gives me a lot of hope for his Doctor Who, right? A lot of hope. Rossi Davis explained why David Tennant's Doctor was not wearing Jodie Whittaker's clothes when he regenerated. No, he hasn't. He explained that he hasn't played the in-story reason. Typically in Doctor Who, when time was regenerate, the new incarnation is introduced while wearing the same costume as the previous one. However, when Tennant returned and his character was at the end of the most recent special, he was wearing a different outfit. Which was the first time since 1966 when William Hartnell transformed in Patrick Troughton. But it was under a cape, right? And it's just, people didn't remember it. It's fine. It looked kind of doctorish, right? This is a many faceted question. What inspired David's decision? In a new interview, Davis, I'm doing a video on that. That's going to be that's next week sometime. In a new interview, there's a lot of stuff in Doctor Who magazine that's going to be stories. So it's a very interesting issue, very entertaining issue. In a new interview, Davis, who has returned to showrun the BBC series, said he was very certain that I didn't want David to appear in Jonah's costume. Me too. He was worried it would make a mockery of drag culture. He's being polite, right? He's being polite. It would have. It's not normal. It would have emancipated his doctor. That's really the truth. That if you, it would have emancipated his doctor. And he knows it, and we all know it, right? Because that's what it is. But it's very good. How I don't know if this is his logic behind it, so he doesn't feel like he's betraying his core constituency, or this is just a lie he's saying. Okay, either way, I think the notion of men dressing in women's clothes, the notion of drag is very delicate. Yes, it is. It looks silly, right? And look, if you want to dress in drag, that's fine. I'm a huge fan of that culture and the dignity of that. Listen. God bless you, Russell. But from what I've seen of drag shows, they don't look very dignified to me, right? They look, but I'm happy for them to exist. Don't get me wrong, but they don't. I wouldn't say, well, that's I see, the a roll tea party, and I see a drag show. I can't see much difference. They're both very dignified. But okay, and it's a truly valuable thing. That I believe. I do believe it's a truly valuable thing, right? But it has to be done with immense thought and respect, and it can't be done if it's going to make you look like a big pussy, where you're a romantic hero. Hey, is the new season of The Crown out? I have to go check it out. I forgot the new season of The Crown was out. Man, with respect to Jodie and her doctor, I think it can look like a mockery when a straight man wears her clothes. To put a great big 6-foot Scotsman into them, it looks like we're taking the Mickey. Because it looks very silly. Because that's why. Because it looks very, very, very silly. Because reality still remains reality. Whether the crazies out there want to admit it or not, that it's crazy. People are strange. People are very, very odd. David also said that the still tenant in Whittaker's clothes said that should the still tenant in Whittaker's clothes have leaked, I guarantee you it's the only photo some press would print for the rest of his time. I guarantee he's very savvy. I guarantee you he's right. I think he's right about that. David also said that if it's still a tenant, blah 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 blah, he continued, if they can play with gender in a sarcastic way or a critical way, they will. We could have had, he feels, so this is what's going on. He understands how bad the crazes around the activist LGBTQ plus world are making gay people look, right? How bad they make, the whole grooming thing is not good. It's not a good look, right? The sexualizing of children, right? Which is basically there. Doctor Who's a children's show. It's a family show, but it's also a children's show, right? And this is, okay, I hear it. I hear it because I'm making it up in my head. If they can play with gender, they will. We could have the Doctor dressed as a knight, or dressed as God, or dressed as William Hartnell. And the only photo they'll print will be David in what they consider woman's clothes. It'll be weaponized. It's a mockery of feminine traits, a mockery of drag, of that culture. So it was never going to happen. Yes, everything he just said is correct, right? Because it's going to make the LGBTQ world look bad, right? That's basically bottom line. Because it does. I hate to be. Again, it's reality. This gives me a lot of hope by Rossio. It shows the balance in his mind between his activism and between reality. Hard nuts and bolts reality means something to Ross T. Davis, which is good news, right? Which is very, very, very good news. Which means I think we're going to get good Doctor Who. Bottom line, right? I think we're going to get good Doctor Who, which will be wouldn't that be? And I think the shooting stuff's going to be great. I'm sorry. I think he's going to. more I think about it, I think they're trying to do everything they describe Jodie as to be shooty, right? Have like real manic energy or whatever. Knowing David was coming in, I was actually certain the clothes would regenerate. Nothing would have changed my mind, right? We don't know how is the clothes regenerated. I guess we're going to find out, right? So anyway, this did not go down well with the crazies in the world, right? Who want to say, what? You want to say a woman wearing what could be defined as women's clothes is strange? No! Who would think that? And even thinking that is wrong thing, and you must be punished. You must be punished, Russell. So this is just a handful I grabbed, okay? RTD can talk about the first queer doctor. That's not true, because the 13th Doctor was the first one. Who's the first queer doctor? By the way, we have the best representation with Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. She is truly representative. Well, again, certainly didn't work as a heterosexual icon. I hate to tell you, Jodie. It's normally I'm a very horny guy, right? Normally I'm like, I think I could have sex there and quite enjoy that. Not so much with you, darling, right? Not so much with you. Don't get me wrong. You're fine. It just, we different strokes for different folks, baby. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea, but I can't imagine that. Everybody likes a bit of a beard, doesn't it? That's something to hang on to. She's totally representative, inclusive, and iconic human being. Well, she's iconic. I mean, she is the face that sank Doctor Who. Men and women can wear each other's cloths. No, they really can't. I mean, they can, but it's weird, right? Men and women can't wear each other's stuff. It's that's strange, right? What's this? Legit. RTD just became an NMD stan. RTD statements about outfit feels more like NMDs are being rewarded. Look, mate, here's the thing. You're all insane. You're all out your fucking minds. You're bonkers, make bonkers, right? You are completely insane. You always were insane. There are no NMDs, right? There are people who just don't have the same insane love for Jodie Whittaker as you, and they're prepared to overlook, very flawed work. But okay, whatever. But yeah, again, you live in this fantasy world, but that's not the world. That's the world they're selling Doctor Who to, right? Look, Disney is happiest when they have a show that meets their goals and that housewives don't notice, right? That's just the truth of it, right? That's how they work. But this is hilarious. Sassy is wearing her clothes in the very same episode and rocking them. He looks silly. May I point out, you just did. To my mind, they're trying to cover their real intention. Erase any evidence that Jodie existed. Yes, that is it. That is it. Why would they have that strange goal? Oh, right, because she was awful. Awful and very destructive, right? To my mind, they're trying to erase any evidence that Jodie existed. So the entities can bring it's the daughters again. Yes. Thank you. That's what I want to do. I want to pretend it's the daughters again. That'd be lovely. Right? The dots are not connecting. Oh, no. Jodie constantly talked about how everyone could wear her clothes, her doctor's clothes. No. If you're a guy wearing it, it looks very faggy. Now, it's okay if you're a bit faggy. Everybody has a right to be a bit faggy. I support your right for being not just what's the word I'm looking for, a homosexual gentleman, but also to be a bit faggy with it too. You want to be a bit faggy, even if you like girls and you want to be a bit faggy. It's your right, mate. It's a bit faggy. I don't mind. But it's still a bit faggy. You should just know. Oh, do you want to wear that? Yeah, I got you the Doctor Who outfit you wanted. Really? I don't want that one. Why not? It's Doctor Who. It's the latest one. Yeah. I don't think it's good for me. No, why? Why? No reason. No reason. But yeah, I don't want it. It's the coat. It's the shirt. And some trousers. Girls' trousers. RTD and the NFTs are making it hard to root for this new era. Good. Fuck off. With all the rating they're doing. I mean, honestly, God, yeah. Look, everybody should be able to enjoy Doctor Who, right? Everybody should be able to enjoy Doctor Who. But if you guys have just showed yourselves to be this toxic weirdos or spewing hatred constantly, right? I'm sorry, mate. So, like, if you do fuck off, I would be happy about that, right? I really would be happy about that. He's literally played into the hands of the LMDs. Yes, we bamboozled. Not that I've ever used that hashtag, but we've bamboozled him. It's interesting that you can be a member of a group even though you've never joined it, or there's no way of defining that group, right? I always define my terms. Rewarding them with sexism and bigotry. Women have faced these past few years. Really? What? Like, how have you faced sexism and bigotry the last few years? These women. Seems to be this. I mean, again, do you think it's sexism and bigotry to point out that she was really shit as Doctor Who? Because, darling, let me tell you, she was really, really, genuinely, properly shit as Doctor Who, right? She was agonizingly bad, right? Very, very bad as Doctor Who. Where are we up to? And facing these last few years by making up that pathetic reason why David Tennant can't be in their clothes. What do you think wasn't true? Like, really, what do you think wasn't true? Yeah, no, it'll be another eye roll moment. The trouble is here, Doctor Who's been painfully woke, right? By that it means been lecturing and boring, right? It's been stale. It's been wagging a finger at you, right? It's been dour, and it's been very, very much hurt because of it, right? It's been dour, particularly around the promotion. I think, for want of a better word, the platforming of weird activist LGBTQ plus agenda points, which have, I think, negatively impacted the gay world. Frankly, right? I think it makes people look bad. The grooming shit makes people look bad. The drag queens in schools make people look bad. I'm sorry, it's just the reality. On the right-wing press, who cares? Well, the audience. He's a coward, bound to pressure from the alt-right. There is no alt-right, you dickhead. Right? There is no alt-right. Everything they tell you in whatever your media you're getting, it's a lie. It's all wrong, mate. Finally, Russell Davies himself weighed in on it, right? And he weighed in on it, I would say, perfectly, right? Absolutely perfectly. Making me think, yeah, we're in good hands, right? But we're in good hands. I really love what he said. So whoever the name of the person was said, very disappointed with your latest comments about Jodie's costume in Doctor Who magazine. Jodie has made it clear time and time again that her costume, and like, God, like, even her fans lecture time and time again is gender neutral. No, it isn't. And it's for everyone. No, it isn't. You're just a weirdo, right? To say that a man would look silly in it is an insult to her. No. And every male 13 cosplayer, they all look silly in it. Yes, they all look silly in it. Everyone. I use it a lot in my thumbnails because it's funny. I'm taking the piss out of you when I do that, right? Because it's funny. Idiot. If Jodie can wear men's clothes, if Sasha can wear the costume, and it's not a mockery, it just nobody was watching, so it's okay. Like, no one's watching Sasha, no one's watching Jodie. David Tennant, they're fucking watching, right? Him, they're watching. Yeah, Sasha the Wild, Jodie Whittaker. No one gives a shit. Then what on earth is wrong with David Tennant wearing it? Right? So, okay, that's the point. So, Rusty Davis, absolute diamond, right? To his credit. Absolutely. Within 3 minutes being posted, by the way, said, fair enough. I don't agree with you, but well said. Kissy face. I mean, okay. And that is why I think he is the perfect showrunner right now. He seems to be able to bridge both worlds, right? And I think that's I think it's a good thing, right? I think it's a sign of good times to come, baby. I think there's good times to come. Russell, baby, love you. Love you. And look, he's woke as fuck. Yes, he's woke as fuck. So James Gunn has only produced good stuff to my mind, right? So happy days are here again, baby. Happy days. A sign that his happy days are here again is over here, right? This is a genuine sign. Again, the coming Messianic era must nearly be here. How do we know that? Well, you know, just as Jesus was resurrected from the dead. I don't really believe that sort of stuff. But okay. So too, we see that Doctor Who magazine may indeed be back from the dead. They have an issue that I'm actually interested in reading. First time in bloody years. Firstly, love that logo, baby. I freaking love the logo. I love the three-dimensional chunkiness of it. Can I zoom in? Where's the zoomy zooms? 22. Where? There's a little zoomy zoom. No, where'd it go? Do that? No. Oh, there we go. They're the zoomy zooms. Look at that. I love that like three-dimensional element they've given it. It's really good. Okay. I mean, like, I know it's a Tom Baker logo, but the realization of it, I'm a graphic designer, so this is the sort of stuff, you know, that gets me, gets me hard. That's a weird revelation. Oh, look at the foot on that, darling. Oh, bet that's 12. I bet that's 12 point size. So this week again, I just see this. I'm like, I want to buy it. Yeah, I already did. The future is here. Oh, this is the future. Even better. Thank fuck for that. If that's the future, I'm on board, matey. This is the first time I thought about the future and been excited. David Tennant is the Doctor. Yes, he is, motherfucker. Yes, he is. David Tennant's first adventure, only in Doctor Who magazine. Now, I'm a bit miffed about this. I'll tell you why I'm a bit miffed about this. That my man Russ Leach didn't get the. Oh, yeah, I've got to zoom out a bit more. My man Russ Leach didn't get the job as the artist on this. I thought we really should have done. Right? He'd been doing the Jodie stuff for the last few months. I think it's done a sterling job. But they wanted to bring in like a star artist, and they brought in Lee Sullivan, which I guess he is. But the work was fine, but like, you know, it was. I think Russ would have done a fine job. Chains of Heart shooting the regeneration. Yeah, this is a long article. Russell Lee Davis, how it all began. Yes, he's filling us in, right? And he really does. That's in tomorrow's video. Okay, everything I see here, apart from this box over here, to everything apart from that, I'm actually interested in. That's most of it. Look at this. I don't know what to tell you. Doink. And we got a nice editorial here. I haven't read it. Marcus Hearn. I was happy. It was happy day when day in Panini office when Somicon was Dalek, the ultimate arrival. Basically, he's shilling his. But does look good though. I mean, the thing is, I've got all of those stories, right? And you know, since they've reprinted it, it's nice having them in 2 volumes, but it seems a bit silly. I don't think I'll ever be really reading it. So as you can see, editor Ed Hammond and his team of the copy. I've been flicking through the page of the book. It features outstanding selection of stories in the earliest days. Yeah, I mean that's really the appeal of it. Fine. So he's selling the new book. Okay, we got Martin Garrett is in this. Oh, I like Martin Garrett. Lee Sullivan and David Richardson. Okay, I'll look out for all these people in there. Do they say what they're doing? Let's have a look. He's on page 11. Martin Garrity. Lee Sullivan. Big Finish. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll find David Richards as it goes along. But, Martin Garrison's on page 11, they say. Okay. So, yes, a whole new generation. I call this show the Regis and Kathy show with other people, right? It's not Regis, it's not Kathy. So they replaced Regis and Kathy with Ryan Seacrest and Kelly, right? Kelly. So the template is older woman, very hot, but shouldn't be. Listen, I've gone over this on my stream before. So they go the whole thing. I thought this was in London. I had no idea it was in New York. But okay. And what did I say? Shooty has a lot of charisma. He oozes charisma. So I'm just excited to see what they're going to do with it, right? So we've got this new sets coming out. I wonder if they articulated this one. 1 second. This was the very first thing they bought, dolls they bought out, the Ninth Doctor, and they weren't articulated, right? Because they weren't really supposed to be. With updated head and jacket, Rose Tyler updated. Okay, so it is articulated. Okay. 30 Doctors there. I like the clear angel they put there, but come on. There's a history of the genesis of the Dalek set. First starter set. They got the first Doctor paid by David Bradley. Electronic toy with lights and sounds. What, do you have a picture of that? Yeah, I'm not buying that. Yeah. These Dalek sets, they can't sell them quick enough. I mean, these they're doing very well for them, I understand. Demon Quest is on vinyl, I guess. That's the Paul Maggs what's the name? Nest Cottage stories. I guess an Audible, and you can get Jodie on Blu-ray. Bye. Yeah, have fun with that. Meet the new team. So I go over this in my video tomorrow, right? Where we go over who everybody is. It's a nice little feature, right? But if you're watching this as a review, I'm going to clip this bit out. Where was it? Here, I'll pull up the thumbnail. If you would like to find it, it is. Hang on, she cried. Jigger, jigger. Welcome back, Doctor Who. Yeah, I'll just share that. So if you want to know that in more detail, it is in this video right here. Doink. So again, I don't know when this is posting. So this is going out on Friday, November 11th. Okay. It's really how I feel. Welcome back, Doctor Who. It's an exciting time. It really is an exciting time. It's got that 2005 vibe to it, right? So it's a nice little feature. They go over, they ask everybody what's their favorite first story, what they're excited about. Scott Hancock is script editor. I guess that audio he did, that missing story, what's it called again? Mind of Hodiak was his audition. So then we got directors. We may go back and look at this because I didn't do this in my video, right? So he does say in this there are 4 specials, right? There are 4 lights. When it talks about the first 3. So I think we're getting 3 specials in November and a Christmas one with Shooty, right? I hope it's going to be a full one with Shooty, right? He regenerates at the end of November, right? So yeah, production notes are back. I do this in my video tomorrow. Again, it's that same one, and it's really exciting. He tells you how it actually happened, the order it happened. So when he was doing promotion for It's a Sin, and it was like and he'll say, there should be a Doctor Who channel on Disney Plus, right? It hadn't happened yet. Okay, this is just really why I hate the 13th Doctor. I just hate this. I mean, again, this isn't romantic love. This is just weird and creepy. This is serial killer territory. Ew. Man, although I love it. Let's have a look. It's lovely to look at it because it really was a lovely little part. The Sylvester McCoy in costume talked to Sophie Aldred. Interesting. They use his lighter jacket though. Okay. There we go. I haven't looked to see who's on the Who tube this week. That's a nice piece of artwork. Okay, and again, so somebody who hates Jodie Whittaker, right? I do want to say kudos when it's good. That's lovely. Amy Fox is beautiful. One last sunrise by, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Fionn Ellen, beautiful, absolutely beautiful work. What an awfully big adventure by Elliot. Very nice. Okay, very nice. What's on the Who tube? Jodie Whittaker shows it. No, go away. The cast and crew on Power of the Dark reveal how the no, go away. Shooting Gatwa, yes, the beginner's guide. This is very good. He oozes charm in this. And you see that's his beginner's guide to what Doctor Who is. And this is him with Kelly Ripper. There you go. And the diamond logo. What's the name? Reveal. Yeah, there we go. That's quite fun. Doink. Yeah, reasonably nice piece of art. Okay, people like the regeneration. Look at that, another piece of art. People do like the regeneration. It did look pretty. Okay, I'll say it was better than Colin Baker's. How about that? Better than Colin Baker's. Doctor Who's back, baby. Who are we talking about? Judy Gatwa. Oh, Nicola Bryant won Best Supporting Actress. Oh, wow, good. I would like to support that actress. At least bits for award of the British Horror Film Festival for a work in the BFI shorts The Wilds. I didn't know anything about that. Lenny Henry, Yasmin Finney, Chris Eccleston, Bradley Walsh. I've got to go for that interview. Maybe we'll do that next stream. We'll do the Eccleston interview with Nicholas Briggs. Wait, is today Thursday? Today is Thursday. I thought it was Monday. I thought it was a Tuesday. I said, yeah, today is Thursday. Okay, Jacob Anderson, whatever. Blah 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 blah. Peter Gabardi. Jessica Rain. That's a woman in The Devil's Hour, right? Audio. What's this? David Tennant, Norma Dunweasel, Miriam Margulies. I don't like it already. Derek Jacobi and Odinone, among the other ones, talking about their work in acting for others. Okay, not really interested. On 5th of what's this? Toby Jones leads the cast of The Chimes, a lost sequel to the Christmas Carol released on December 5th. It's directed by Lisa Bauman. Love Lisa Bauman doing audio. Produced by Jonathan Morris. The cast includes Victoria Atlock and Laura Aikman. How do I get that? How do I get that? Okay, I have to find that out. That sounds really interesting. Bottom actors in the theater, Billy Piper, blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, this month in 1990. Sad month. But anyway, yeah, when Sylvester was both not and was the Doctor. What month was this? I was just getting ready to leave England. Right? That's my last month in England. So yeah, I'll enjoy reading that. Is he holding up? Is that a Doctor Who? Wait, is he holding up a picture of Doctor Who bulletin? I love the Doogie Howser over there. Is that one taking the piss out of Sylvester McCoy? That cover, Day of Action. Oh man, yeah, that didn't go down well, did it? That's when they had tried to get lots of people to call the call the BBC. Production diary. I like this feature, right? I'm not sure if I can make a video of it though. It seems a little bit light, right? A little bit light, but maybe we'll. Right? Maybe when I have some other news, I'll put it all together. This is going to be a video, right? The how she fucked off. The origins of what's it called again? Of Clothegate, right? Or Costumegate. Well, give me a nice picture of David. I will use that in my thumbnails, darling. You have done well. Oh, you've done well. Reach up for the sunrise. Fuck yeah, this is the whole article. Yeah. I will totally do a bit of video on this. Okay. Man, it goes on. Blimey. Must be Ben Cook. Must be playing by the word. Fine. This is the new comic strip. I'm going to do a video on this as well because they got a nice feature. Again, I'm not sure why they had Lee Sullivan. I mean, I'm happy he's there. Okay, so that just means that this is just canonized the Jodie's TARDIS, the Jodie TARDIS. I still say Jodie was the Phantom incarnation created by the who was it? The Time Not the time meddler. Not the time meddler. Celestial Toy Maker, right? And so I'm saying he also altered the TARDIS at the same time. There you go. Alan Barnes wrote it. Who did the coloring? Jamie Offendi. Okay. It just yeah, it's okay. Again, I'm going to do a feature on it. It's in during the World Cup and Daleks invade, right? Exterminate. Liberation of the Daleks, right? How many pages was that? 6 pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I miscount? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6. They're still down to 6 pages. Okay. Oh, I see. I think the first time we see the branding on a lengthwise, right? Get rid of that bloody Jodie Whittaker logo instantly. This is really good. The Blood and Steel, Burning Sun Milk, really good. I'm enjoying that. So now we got this nice feature about the comics in general, because again, this is really debuting the 14th Doctor, right? So I'm going to do a whole do a video on this. We'll go over it. And again, if I can do it in a minute, I'll do a YouTube short and a Twitter video review of it. The Watchers. What is The Watchers? David Richardson. Oh, David Richardson for a big finish. Wait. What was on page 11 by Martin Garrity? We'll come back here. Was it that? No. Well. Where was it? Hang on. I want to see this. Whatever it was. Martin Garrity. There you go. Zoom in. Martin Garrity was the artist for a long time. He provides the title illustration of Russell's new regular comic on page 11. Ah, there you go. Fine. Doink. Okay. Actually says Martin Garrity. My mistake. Fine. Let's go back to page 38. Doink. David Richardson meets a few of the fans who were lucky enough to be granted a studio visit in the 1960s and early 70s. Oh, this is a nice little feature. Oh, man, I even want to read this. I can't believe how much I want to read in this issue. Right? Wow. Okay, this is genuinely interesting. Okay, they've done well. I'm really not into this. I'm surprised how much I'm not into this illustrated version. How big is it? Is how big's the book? Does anybody know? It feels like it needs to be quite chunky. I don't know. Maybe if I see what's this over there? Robert Hack's early sketches for the cover design. Don't let's have a look. They're all good. Again, the question here: how much is the bloody book? I mean, how big is the book? What's this called again? It's Doctor in the Dark. Let's look at Amazon. Hang on. I'll go over here. Amazon.com. Doctor Who and the Daleks. Illustrated edition, actually. Hang on. It's an audio book as well? No, hold on. It's $40. But how big is it? Okay. You know, let me share the screen. We can look together. Where'd it go? There you go. Bit the Amazon action. First we can look inside. But hey, I want to see how big it is. How big is it? Come on, there's got to be information there somewhere. Okay, it is 7 by 9. That's quite big. Okay, that's oversized. That sounds good. Okay, 7 by 9. That's quite nice. Let's have a look inside. We're looking inside. No, not letting us. Okay, fine. You took me out of it. We'll go back to the Doctor Who magazine article. Not article, Doctor Who magazine in general. Doink. Yeah, but look, for $40 bloody, leave me alone. I mean, I don't know. How good is it? I'm glad. Look, I'm glad they're doing things like this, right? I like it feels like an in-era illustration, right? I wish these consoles were for 5-inch figures. Like you can get somebody to 3D print them, but they're a freaking fortune. Like Characteropsis makes start making consoles. They can essentially print money, and how much longer they're going to have that license for, I do not know. Right? They really do not know. Okay, fine. So people collect TARDISes and collectivity. I always find this a bit, I don't know, boring. People say I collect TARDISes. Okay. And then what's that? Who won? How much are these books nowadays? Because I got all of these. It's what's an expensive one? Reckless Engineering. Okay. Mad Dogs and Englishmen. That was good. Alien Bodies. Excellent. Oh, maybe I'll put that in my next Substack. So, what a little Daleks make of Simon Gurrier and Rhys Williams finds when they recreate the monstrous production line scene in Power of the Daleks. Yeah, I always find this just, I don't know, a bit pointless. Yeah, I'm like, it looks pretty, but okay. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, these are the sets. Okay. So Army of Ghosts is the it's Alan Barnes doing this as well. I tell you, Alan Barnes had a good issue this week. Good. So he's normally good. I like these facts of fiction. I always find them an entertaining read. You know, this is it's not my first go-to, but yeah, I get it is Alan Barnes who wrote it, right? Alan Barnes, yeah, it's always an entertaining read. I tell you, Yvonne Hartman showing a bit of cleavage there. Good for you, Yvonne. Bit more of that, darling. Off to the Queen Vic you go. Was it next time? Oh, Doomsday. Oh, yeah, it's nice to know that. Power of the Doctor. Really? No, we're not reading it. I listen. At some, I don't know. I'm kind of sick of doing Jodie stuff. I'm not getting this set. I'm not getting the Tanya Adventures. Not really interested. Lovely artwork. I mean, look at this. I mean, honestly, compare this to Will Haldock's was it the Resurrection Plant? That's like, come on. It's not even. I mean, this is gorgeous. This is really, really very nice. As is this. Excellent. Fine. I'm glad I'm like behind on Big Finish. So I don't feel bad I'm not getting it. I tell you, Yanto's aged a bit. Bloody hell, it's been a long time since he looked like Yanto. And I'm not interested in this at all. The Geronimo thing, yeah, not interested. Who's reading The Keys of Marinus, read by Jamie Oliver? That's in 2.0. Okay. It's a great picture though. I always love that still. It always feels very fetishistic to me, right? So I think it's the rubber wear the Vord is wearing, right? I don't know who's writing in this. Do we have a list of authors? This doesn't. What's it? Doesn't really appeal to me. Looks a bit girly to me, frankly. Looks a bit girly with a bit of Davros, right? I don't know if it is, but it looks a bit girly. I guess because most of the companions are girly. I'm looking forward to this, Escape from Reality. I mean, even the title's good, right? Escape from Reality. Who's writing this, right? This is the preview. Who the hell is David Llewellyn, Alfie Shaw, Lizzie Hopley, Roshanda Patel. Oh, so Roshanda Patel's got a thing on the Bernie's box set. So I am looking forward to listening to that, right? Okay. Yeah. It's the master in the land of fiction. I really think it's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to this. Right. I want to get caught up with Big Finish before this comes out, but this one looks like it's going to be great. Derek Jacobi. And then you got Drax with the 8th Doctor. I just don't want to get this set. I'm so sick of Liv and Tanya, right? I'm sick of them. Paul Marks is welcome to the green room where they talk to writers of the expanded universe release, first adapter of some of the most far out comic annual. Oh, so Paul Marks does the they got it's one of those annuals. They're kind of fun, right? They are kind of fun. What's this one? Attention, Robert Levine, one of the authors of the Laser Unit Brave New World box set. Paul's rank and pick his favorite six inventions featuring Earth defending paramilitaries. Okay, I'm not that interested, but okay. I love this. I also love the War Doctor. The War Doctor is always very good. Sufficient data is always kind of fun as well. I like the infographics. You must read. You get a survey. They used to have the BBC survey. Maybe I'll take it. And again, loving that logo, baby. Loving that logo. Let's just get it. Let's get that on everything. Like Big Finish, get rid of the logo. The Jody logo, and then we have a lovely David cover. Different cover, different image from the cover. So anyway, let's have a look. The way I normally gauge this is how many pages would I print out, right? If I was printing this out, how many? I know I'm already printing it out to read over Sabbath. Let's count up. None of this stuff. Okay, no. California Guardian. Production diary. Yeah, okay. So I get one. I've already read this. Again, I've done a video on this. So I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the comic strip looks good as well, but I never print those out. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'll skip collectivity. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, I will get those. 31, 32. No, don't bother the other stuff. And then 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Okay, 38 pages, right? That is an insane number for me. 1 second. Let's compare that to an average Jody issue. 1 second. Pocket mags. To my library, my magazines. We'll pick out like an older Jody one. Here we go. I'll share the screen in a second. There we go. Oh, wrong one. Share screen. It's a Chrome tab. Online read. There you go. Doink. Okay. So let's just do a. Should be able to do like an overview of pages. Okay, remember 38, right? 38 pages. So let's print out how many of these I would print out. Okay, yeah, I would do this interview. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a Chibs interview. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fine. Yeah, this was the episode where they actually went through the whole thing. None of this stuff. None of this. Board. This is actually kind of weird. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Town Called Mercy, I wouldn't do it. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so this was 21, 22. I think I just disproved my point. 23, 24, 23. I mean, substantially higher, but like it's never this. Maybe I'm thinking of SFX. Yeah, check this out. Like SFX, I always struggle to find anything to read in it. Yeah, let's look at Willow. Yeah, I think it might be time to cancel this subscription. Is this the right one? There you go, doink. Fine. Let's see if there's any page. Is it sharing? There you go. And this is a bigger magazine, so no. No, nothing. Willow, no. Black Panther. That's big. I'll be nice. I'll say Willow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But doubt it. Okay, Willow. Oh, I understand. This interests me. So we'll say 2. Not interested in any of this stuff. No. 3, 4. This I quite like the story of this thing called The Peripheral. 5, 6. Always love a bit Alan Moore. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's SFX. I just there's never anything. I just not interested in anything in this. Yeah, it's so crushingly boring, right? It's just crushingly boring. Fine, let us move on. What's the next thing? Let's go bounding into comics, I think. Oh yeah, there's 2 stories over here I wanted to do. Unless anything new has happened. Share screen. Oh, the Mirabilis is here. How you doing? Man, I love your comment. I love it when you put that stuff on Twitter. Right? I really genuinely do. He did the great curated one. Okay, fine. This is what I want to get to. The Indiana Jones test screenings, right? That looks like it's going to be awful. Oh, poor Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, she's been like, they're all having this psychosis. I mean, my God, they're all having this psychosis. Don't Look Up, star Jennifer Lawrence implies their parents support Nazis because conservative political beliefs. And they believe this stuff. And they don't see how extreme or weird they're being, right? They just do not see it at all. God, really. Let's have a quick look at this. They've revealed Rory Williams' costume, Iron Man costume, in the next thing that's going to tank. Like every creative decision they make is wrong. Like literally every. Are we there anywhere? No. Wakanda. Boring. Okay. Yeah, this looks awful. I mean, I'm sorry, it just does. It's not like I made it. Fine, we'll get back to the Jennifer Lawrence story. Yeah, I want to read this Indiana Jones. So there's a lot here I want to be about Henry Cavill. Glad that Henry Cavill held on to that role, man. Again, and I'm glad that James Gunn had the sense to see he was an asset, right? I mean, I'm sure they think the same thing about Gal Gadot as well. Honestly, the first thing I would do is a focus on Green Lantern. Green Lantern is virgin territory, right? I forget the Ryan Reynolds movie. That was garbage. I wonder who would be a good Green Lantern. I mean, I think you should do Hal Jordan. Either Hal Jordan or what's that one? The black one called Jon Stewart. One of those 2. Rumor: Indiana Jones 5 test screens are abysmal. Disney in a panic. I hope so. Now, this rumor does come from Doomcock, however, bless his little heart. I believe that Disney's in a panic. Rumor, yeah, Overlord DVD. Who claims to spy on them? While we're still digging into this, we feel it's time to bring you up to speed on Kathleen Kennedy and Indy 5. Allegedly, we have but we have enough to believe some of this. Indy 5 is bad. It had what's the name in it? Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I mean, it's a kind of a bit of a giveaway right there. He continued, you know this, but we've been told that Disney's had test screenings of not one ending, but 6 different endings, and not one of them gets a good audience score. It's a little bit later in the video. He shared more of the information he received from his spies. We've been told out of the 6 endings they tested, the best one gets a 35% approval from test audiences. We've been told that the bridge put the hat on in we're told that bridge put the hat on in the ending. Oh, yeah, I bet she does. Overall DVD then clarified. My spy said Phoebe Waller-Bridge puts on Indy's hat takes the whip, and in a brave, stunning display of girl power, she becomes the best Indy ever at the end of all 6 versions of the movie. Oh my god! Oh my god! I told you I'm hoping for the apocalypse before this happens. I feel actually sick hearing about this. Right? The YouTuber also asserts that Disney is in panic mode over post-test reading, saying Disney is absolutely freaking out about this. They're going to get slaughtered. You are going to get... So I'll put this out. You are going to get slaughtered beyond... Actually, don't, because they're just going to lie and say it's popular. You are going to get slaughtered, darling, okay? They know this movie is going to bomb big time, which is why they've delayed it as long as they have, despite it being finished. Then reshoot the ending, idiot. He added, according to the rumors from Disney spies, there's talk that Chapek may decide not to release it as a tax write-off and dump it onto Disney Plus. Yes, and I hope that enough of a train rubbernecks will sign up to D Plus service. Just take a look at our morbid curiosity. Yes, wouldn't that be great? The latest rumor comes from on the back of the rumor from June 21, where Overlord DVD Doomcock indicated that Waller-Bridge character would replace Indiana Jones. Yeah, apparently Indy dies outside of time, and so she steps in to replace the Indiana Jones-shaped hole, and she has all his adventures. 2 endings are supposedly being considered in the script. I guess they've been written, and they're going to shoot both of them. Both endings allegedly have old Indiana Jones dying at the end of the movie. But in one of the rumored endings, young Indiana Jones dies along with old Indiana Jones, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge swoops up like a vulture, picks up the hat, and takes his place moving forward. Yeah, man, people are going to throw their drinks at the screen. Fuck off. The rumor appeared to be confirmed by Daily Mail when their show business editor Katie Hind reported in 721 Phoebe Waller-Bridge is tipped to replace the veteran actor as a female version of the fictional professor of archaeology in a future movie franchise. They are delusional. They're sniffing their own farts. What the hell? That's insane. Look, it's not the first time I heard of it. It still hits me viscerally. One anonymous told Hind about the rumor. It will be a huge statement and a great role for Phoebe. Yes, it's a huge statement. Make your own shit. Yeah, the character will slot into the lead role. That's certainly the plan, right? Lucasfilm announced Phoebe Waller-Bridge addition to the film in a press release. Blah 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 blah. William Waller-Bridge. Yeah, it sounds awful. It sounds awful beyond awful. Oh, yeah, and they're surprised it's playing badly. Fuck me. Nothing Disney does is good, right? Speaking of which, Wakanda Forever box office predictions not good. Well, listen, predicted us a red wave, or did they? Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Every time I got to say that. Box office predictions significantly declined and lead up to the movie's release. Nobody gives a shit about this movie. You've made it very clear. This is about black culture and African culture, and white people are not welcome here. Okay. I mean, like, really? Who's this appealing to? I mean, are you looking at the screen? Look at this, like, who do you think this appeals to? This is off-putting and weird, right? This is just like, no. This is. I see this and go, no, I don't want to watch this movie. The box office projections for Marvel Studios. I mean, it's the weird expression on the bald woman's face. Like, why is she so angry and snarly and like entitled? It's awful. Wakanda Forever significantly declined leading up to the film's release on November 11th. Box office tracking website said on October 14th the film would between 180 and 225. That's pretty respectable. It also predicted a gross anywhere between 435 and 590. Well, that doesn't sound so bad to me, right? However, they significantly declined the box office predictions. On November 4th, they predicted the film will earn between 170 and 205. Well, that's not. How much did it go down? It went down, what, 15 million? Oh, come on. Hey, nitpicking. Right? Not only were they opening weekend, but fine. So they all went down about 15 mil. Okay. Like, when you talk about money like that, it doesn't really make a difference, does it? Explaining this decline, Box Office Pro wrote, Wakanda Forever's overall range has slightly widened as pre-sales. The most recent 7-day period fell slightly short projections, though not enough to be concerned about. Yeah, what, this is that buying seats for it again, are they? Yeah, please. It's going to be forget it. Reacting to the decline predicted YouTuber Valiant Renegade opined, I'm sure that a lot of people are thinking, but Valiant, this is still a hell of a haul. Yes, it's a great opening weekend. It's a good run. The movie should still be profitable, and you'll be correct. However, usually when we see trends in movie direction, people tend to say that's going to be even less than what they're looking at now. Oh, well, I'll be happy to hear that. Valiant Renegade. I mean, again, I don't mind a Black Panther movie. This looks just awful, right? It looks like really white men hating, right? That's how I would describe it. And I haven't seen it, but that's the vibe I get. Valiant Renegade went on to caution his viewers they should not compare the film, the first film, explaining the first Black Panther movie came out when Marvel Cinematic Universe was at its peak of popularity. Plus, it was a good movie. I really like that movie. Its earning potential is all the way across the board, from film to film with rare to no exception. Yeah, it's highly doubtful this film. Yeah, no, it's in the doldrums now, isn't it? Absolutely. Oh, they say it's going to be like around the 800 million mark globally, so somewhere between Thor: Love and Thunder and Multiverse of Madness. Again, I guess 800 million is not such a terrible payday. But again, culturally, where is it now? Nobody really cares, right? It's over. The MCU, the power of the MCU is really over. I think we saw that with that Riri Williams costume. really. Let's see what Jennifer Lawrence has to say. Trolling of the parents due to their differing political beliefs. Lawrence is a staunch liberal, with the parents raised as God-fearing Republicans. Oh, how terrible. During her interview with Variety, published at the beginning of the year, asked by interviewer Karen Valby if her folks had even forgiven her for being a liberal. No, it's you who hate conservatives. In the insufferably quote, actress declared, "I don't know. I really don't know." No, you're being an entitled cunt. I mean, no, she said. I mean, like, what do you mean? It's not forgiveness. You just want to be told you're right. There were certain things in the Trump presidency that were certain things that happened over the last 5 years that are unforgivable. What, like everything Joe Biden's done? And it's been wild. It's wild that you thought you would. It's wild to disagree on things you thought you never would. It's wild to disagree on this in 2021. White supremacy attack. Yeah, no, exactly. None of that's real. It's not real. Attacking the Capitol. Really? Release the footage, right? Who's Ray Epps? Nazis being the bad guys. You're liberals are the Nazis. You're the ones who stomp on free speech. You're the one who uses Biden government uses the Department of Justice as his personal Stasi, right? It's like secret police. Justice in America is applied dependent on your political belief. If that's not totalitarianism, I don't know what isn't. Or just science. I don't know. Oh, really? Science? It's gender fluid. Really? Science really kind of agree on that one. Always have done. Lawrence Dames Trump's supported is far from a secret. In 2020, she appeared on comedian Alec McMahon's Absolutely Not podcast. Put for the uncounted claim that Trump was an impeached president who's broken many laws. They believe this and has refused to condemn white supremacy repeatedly. I mean, like, it's so bizarre. I feel like there's been a line drawn in the sand, she accused. I don't want to support a president who supports white supremacy. He's repeatedly disavowed white supremacy and the KKK by name in the speech where you said that proved he's a Nazi. I don't mind you hating him. Like, you want to say he's a sexist. You want to say he's still porn stars. Okay. Was he a great president? I think so. Next, they can particularly outraged considering the former president as actively, I know, over and over again. I would love somebody to talk to her about this, right? Wouldn't that be fascinating? Like, Jennifer, if that's wrong, what else are you wrong about, right? Yeah, he said neo-Nazis and white supremacists should be condemned totally. Is that not condemnation? I don't know. It's just look. It's mental ill health, right? It's mental ill health. That's really what it is. Like, that's why none of them can have a conversation with you. They just need to scream at you. Shall we look at the Superman story? Let's see what else is going on. Wakanda! Leave me alone. HBO Max live action Green Lantern series loses head writer Seth Grahame-Smith. Shift focuses Jon Stewart. Okay. New rumor claims Prime Video to completely reboot Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power after a creatively bankrupt first season. That would be their smartest move. That absolutely would be their smartest move. Yeah, and to say, I'm sorry we got it so wrong, right? That would absolutely be their smartest move. Fine. Let's have a look at the Superman story. Henry Cavill reveals that he held on to the Superman role very gently during hiatus from Warner Brothers and DC. I didn't know whether I'd have the opportunity to play it again. I hope you do. Well, you were in Black Adam, but I haven't seen it. It's not out yet? Put it on HBO Max already. Didn't know quite if or when he'll play Superman again. He posted the upbeat video message on Instagram, but the actor said he had been less inhibited about what kept him from the role for so long, as he felt he was sitting on the sidelines. He revealed the deadline. Much of it was outside his control. As an actor, you have to learn there are many things out of your control. No matter what you may think, no matter how your performance was, it was excellent, right? It was excellent. No matter what factor, I have no idea what this is an ad for. That's been for KFC. Okay, whatever. No matter what factor that you're not controlling in the first place, no matter how the audience feels. Yeah, we all wanted him. He revealed in the recent edition of that film lit my fuse video series. Okay, yeah, he was great. He was a great Superman. It was something which I had to very gently hold on to in my heart, because I didn't know whether I'll get the opportunity to play it again. But he added, but the opportunity was very important to get again, and I'm very, very lucky, and I feel very privileged. Yeah, no, they wanted to replace you with the Black Superman to have that opportunity now. The actor hopes to take the positivity which drew him to the character in the first place and reintroduce it to the big screen. It depicts the man as still. There's something so true and honest and hopeful about, which is in the best of all of us. I love that, Cavill said. Oh, please, more Superman, yes. Oh God, I'm looking at the Josh Whedon version. I can see the top lip of doom. I think. Oh man. I think it's the thing that we all yearn for a deep down, which is goodness, and everybody else being good. Oh man, I don't care. You're lying. I like you saying all this. Everybody else being good and good to each other and helping one another, even at our most cynical. I think deep down, that's what we want. He continued. The sentiment is consistent with remarks Cavill made during the Happy Sack Reviews radio interview. The character means so much to me. It's been 5 years now. I never gave up hope. Yeah, even though, well, yeah, there is with a real lip. It's amazing. It's amazing to be here now, talking about it now. It's amazing to be talking about it again. There's so much bright future ahead for the character. I'm really excited to tell a story with enormous, joyful Superman. Oh, that's what the world needs, a joyful Superman. Recent reports that indicate the tentatively titled Man of Steel 2 is in development, but doesn't really have a release date yet or director. So the incumbent on Cavill to bring his joy he feels he wants to channel to his strongly rumored, though unverified cameo in The Flash. The Flash I might actually go to the cinema to see. That actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, listen, more Henry Cavill. More Henry Cavill is a good thing. Fine, I think with that, I'm going to wrap up. I'm hungry. Right, I'm hungry. I've got upstairs, but my wife's not there. I'm just going to say to myself, oh, I'm hungry. Just imagine. Fine. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm going. Oh, I should put. One second. Let me find Dan's stream. What was it? Spacebook. Book. There you go. Should be able to get the link for it there. Here it is. Now, copy. I think I've got to open up. What's that? I got to open it up. Oh, it's starting in about an hour. I do like the Spacebook, right? It's always a good, a really good stream. I like the balance he has on it. Here we go. Finally came up. Here we go. Fine. Doink. Go check out Dan's stream. What time is it starting? Look, it's starting in 64 minutes. Fine. I have time to eat and go to the bathroom. With that pooper prediction, I'm hitting the end broadcast button. I'm hitting it again.